Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to wish everybody a Merry, Happy Thanksgiving. Ain't Merry Christmas yet, it's Happy Thanksgiving. A buddy of mine brought his rifle down, or his son brought it to me. It's a model 492 Woodmaster, Remington Woodmaster. The scope on it has gone bad. I took and aligned the scope and everything, made sure it had everything was tight and good on it. Took it out and shot it, and it won't hold a pattern. It won't shoot within a 5-inch group, and every time you try to dial it a little bit, you lose everything. So I'm gonna put this red field on there for him. He brought it down and asked me to put it on there if that scope here wasn't no good. So I'm gonna do that. Let me lay the gun over here to the side. It is unloaded. This here has levels on it, and I like to use it to set my rifles in when I'm trying to do them, so I can get them level this way and this way. And that way I know when I put a scope on that it's correct. And let me... Okay, right there, I've leveled the sled. Now, what I like to also use is these leveling tools. Let me see what they're called here. Scope mount leveling tools. Okay, I'm gonna lay the gun over here in the sled. Okay, right now I'm just gonna take this scope off and just try to let's see. Now, like I said, this ain't my rifle. I'm gonna look in this box over here, and I see he's got another set of mounts. I don't like these one bolt scope mounts. I know a lot of people use them; they do fine. But myself, I'd rather have one that's got at least 2 bolts. And this has got the little. I'll show you when I get this off. It's got the little screwdriver trick that you just twist out and it opens it that way. If he don't have a set of scope mounts over here, I may just put him another set of scope mounts on here, because that could be part of the problem, is it's just not holding. You know, a 30-06 has got quite a bit of torque behind it, or concussion behind it, and that could be the issue, that the scope mounts themselves won't hold. I've had issues with that before. I know a lot of people thinks it's, I'm just all about Vortex, but I'll give credit where credit's due. I put Vortex stuff on mine, on all my rifles, and they have 2 mounts down here at the gun, 2 screws down at the gun, and 2 up here. And I've not had a problem at them yet. I will try this on a less funk gun and see if it can be salvaged. It might be on a 22 next time you see it. I have took them off high-powered rifles and stuff where they wouldn't hold, or maybe put them on a muzzle loader. Let me see what scope mounts he's got in here. Well, these ain't much better because they got that little screw right there. I'm just not crazy about them. It seems like they're always loosening up. Let me see what I got down here in the goodie box. I know I got Scope Mount Summers. Let me put my Bible back up here on the back of the couch. I gotta clean this out behind the couch here, my Blaze Orange. I need to, you know what's building them sheds out there? I need to find Summers to build me a tool shed. Well, I guess I'll leave his scope mounts on there. I can't find another pair. Sorry. I'm still fighting this infection and stuff, and I'm trying my best to, stay out of the cold as much as possible. I wasn't working on the building, but I got outside there, and man, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm gonna go down to my buddy's house, Jeff Thomason's, here in a minute for in a little while for Thanksgiving, and spend some time with him and his family. They invited me down. Okay. Now, what I like to do is set the little one on the rail itself and make sure that I've got the gun itself level before I put the one that goes on the barrel on there. Okay, right there it is. Now I'll take this one down. And I know when I put this on to level it, then it makes the gun to be in actual level. And I will check it with the little one back here. Before I tighten this one all the way up. Okay, right there, the gun is perfectly level this way. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's perfect level this way and this way. So when I mount the scope and put the level on it, it will read, absolutely true. Okay. This is a nice little Redfield scope. Let me slide it up. Okay, I'm about to redo this whole setup. Okay, I didn't get up there where you can see it better. Okay. We're level here. I'm hoping we're level here. And we're level there too. So we didn't fall that far behind. Let's see. Let me go ahead and start these mounts back on it. Here where we live, I mean, I do have 6x24x50 scopes on mine, but there's some places I hunt that's actually, where I can make a 300 or 400 yard shot in a field. So I try to keep a little better, longer range scope. But where uh, my stepson's father hunts, it's usually within easily 100 yard shots every shot they ever took. So they just usually keep a smaller type scope on. But if you're not comfortable shooting long range, just stay with this. Here's a 3x9x40, I think, or maybe a 32. I didn't measure it, but if it holds, man, that's plenty for if you're going to be under 100 yards. And Redfield is a good little scope. But I'm gonna just now do not over tighten these bolts, people. I think they torque at 17 inch pounds. I need to get me a torque screwdriver or torque, where it torques like that. And it only torques at 17 inch pounds. And a lot of these new scopes, man, you crush them and they're burnt. I mean, you're sending them back. I'm gonna check the eye relief real quick and see where it's at. I'm hoping when I get to box the porch in, I can actually make a place out there that I can do like scope mounts and do detail cleaning. And I'm thinking about making it to where if I can afford it, I'd like to do a reloader. Okay, I like the eye relief. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in there and re-level it. Okay. Now we're going to take this one, level that way, and we're going to turn the scope. Let me loosen that back up just a tad. The reason you do this makes sure your scope is tracking true and it's sitting on your gun, squared to the gun and everything. Okay, I'm level here, here, here. Yeah, I'm level everywhere. So now I'm just going to easy tighten this down and try not to twist the scope. And trust me, twisting these bolts can twist your scope. So I'm going to leave this up here. Okay. It moved on me. When I do finally get a bench set up, I will mount this thing solid where when I set it, it's set. Let me check it. Okay, right there, both bubbles are perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and okay, right there, I'm level both at both places. And I'm level this way. So now I'll just tighten it down. I will check the eye relief again. A lot of people put scopes on their guns and they just look down the barrel and try to do that, and that don't work because when you go, if you get your gun shooting, let's say it's shooting 2 inches to the left, when you go to move it to the right, it tracks crooked. It'll track like that instead of the way you're wanting it to. Or if you try to go up or down, it tracks wrong that way also. That's why you need these little levelers. They're not expensive. I don't remember what I give for those, but it wasn't no great lot. If it was, I wouldn't have them. But I wanted to make sure that when I put a scope on my gun, that it was, good to go. Let's do one more final check. We're level. And we're level. So that gun there should be ready to start lining up. I have a bore sighter, Summers. You notice that Ummers? Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to locate it. The other day when I lined my buddy's 4570 up, it took me it took him $50 worth of shells for me to line that gun up and get it true. But I need to get my bore sighter so I can get it, a little on paper, pretty close to paper. Now I don't know how everybody else lines their guns up, but myself, I line mine up 1 inch high at 100 yards. You know, 1 inch ain't gonna make that much of a difference, but when your bullet goes to drop, and make sure you're on the drop side. You know, at 100 yards, your bullet. People don't understand, when a bullet comes out of a gun, it comes out like this, then it falls for a little ways. Then I think it's 15 feet, it falls. Then it starts to incline and goes up and over to where your target is. Okay, if you put it 1 inch high at 100 yards at like let's depend on the gun. Let's say it's 150 yards. That would put you dead center at 150, 1 inch high at 100. Okay, and you got to remember, you're shooting at a vital spot this big. It's not going to make that much difference. But the way I look at it is, I don't shoot over 300 yards. It puts me an inch low with my 270 at 300. It puts me dead on at a 200, and then I'm 1 inch high at 100 yards. And that's always worked good for me on a 270. But you know, it depends on, like, I shoot 150 grain bullet through my 270, and this gun here, let me see what they're shooting in it. Oh, they're shooting Federal Fusion 165 grain 30-06. That's what they'll be lining it up. What I'll be lining it up with. I hope this little Redfield holds up for him, because that is a pretty good little scope. I'm gonna wipe it down. It's got a little bit of surface rust. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down and everything, pretty it up, and I'm gonna find my screwdriver and really over tighten these mounts down here on the bottom, because I just don't trust them type of mounts. I like the ones got 2 screws on each, then it's got 4 screws on top, and that way you know you got a good hold on it. But I want you to see me change this scope, and I want to do a video for you, and so I come on and tell you Happy Thanksgiving. Remember what the holidays for. I know it's about, you know, we broke bread with the Indians and stuff like that, but I like to think it's to be thankful and show thanks for what we have and give thanks for what we have. Remember, no matter how bad you got it, there's some out there in a lot worse shape, and there's some out there with a lot less. And, you know, I'm going to hit my buddy's house to spend Thanksgiving, you know, but there's a lot of people, man, they ain't got nowhere to go. And they, you know, they could be homeless and not have nowhere to, you know, to eat, or maybe they have to go to Salvation Army and eat, which there's no shame in that. I've eaten there many a times. But, you know, just be thankful for what you got. And remember, a lot of people that you wrap your arms around today may not be here tomorrow, or may not be here next Thanksgiving. So, you know, tell them you love them, hug them up tight, give thanks for them, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get this. I'm not going to line it up today. It's just, I'm not. But I want to come on here and line this scope up today and make a video for you. And my buddy's moving into a new house. And, man, he's got some projects down there. And he told me I could have them, and I'm going to bring them home. And, you know, it's winter when it's so nasty outside. We can't do nothing. We got some more projects, and we got gun projects coming. I'm still working on the killing shed. I got the one wall up on the back, and I started on the other wall, but it's just too cold. I can't breathe outside today, so I'm just not going to do it. May have to hunt me a scarf or something wrapped around my head, or kind of let the moisture is what gets me, as I get to hacking up all that goop. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to jump off here. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other and hug them relatives extra tight. You know, and give thanks for what you have, because there is a lot of people out there that don't have it. All righty. I will see y'all on the next video.